going out like that?
Yeah, why?
Well, what would the neighbors think?
I see you! Come look at Mr. Feather. Look what I have. Mr. Bird, remember? Bark, bark, bark. We're just playing. We're just playing. I'm trying to get you out of here.
Even still.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
There are 4,800 children in Child Protective Services custody who could really use a warm, loving home and, most importantly, an example of what a family truly is.
A Place to Call Home needs your help, and joining us today is Raina and Ed Motzkin. Hi, guys. How are you doing today?
Very good, thank you.
Ed, you've been a foster parent for 40 years.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, my gosh, that is phenomenal, and I don't even want to, I mean, the lives you've changed is probably just phenomenal. What can you guys tell us about your agency?
Well, our agency helps train, recruit, and really develop what we need for a good foster home for our children. So anybody that's interested can go ahead and give us a call, and we will set you up and let you know what are the requirements that you need and really guide you and support you through the process.
And let's talk about the video that we opened this segment with. That was one of my favorite commercials that you sent. Let's talk about that a little bit, because I do think that there's a lot of misconceptions with being a foster parent, and I think that little video hit it.
Exactly. There are a lot of misconceptions. We're always so concerned about, oh, what are people going to think, or let's keep everything a secret, or what have you. But a lot of times we don't realize that these children that require these homes can accept you however you are, because we're not flawless. And just because they're children in need of homes doesn't make them anything that you need to hide or to change. You really have to accept them and guide them, which is something that we help you do.
Yeah, and initially, where do these adults and children come from?
They do come from Casa de los Niños and other foster homes. So a lot of times it's a case-by-case situation. There are different scenarios and situations for each child. But CPS will go into a home where they deem is not safe for the child. And once that's deemed, either after an investigation or the night of, then they get pulled into what we call foster home.
So that's when you guys come in?
Exactly. That's when we come in and we match up the kids with a potential foster home.
And so fostering and adoption are different?
Yes, they are. Fostering is temporary. It can be anywhere between a couple days to 2 weeks, to 2 months, to even 2 years. But adoption is permanent placement.
Okay, and can fostering lead to adoption?
Yes, it can.
Okay.
Some of our foster parents have adopted the children that they have fostered.
Oh, that's cool. And I wanted to ask you about the licensing process.
Right. A lot of people do have questions about the licensing process. There are a couple of requirements that you need to do. One of them is our MAPS training. It is a statewide training, and it's mandated for you to be licensed. It's 10 weeks, consecutive 10 weeks. Once that's completed, and if you're 21 and you have your fingerprint license card, which we can also supply you with if you don't have that, then you can move on to the process of becoming a potential foster parent or someone that wants to adopt.
What are some of the other requirements that it takes to be a foster parent?
I did list a couple of them. Another one would be just having a good heart. You don't want to go into foster care or adoption because of anything else than to provide for children. And that's really what we're looking for. There are some other supports that our agency provides, and that's to financially help you take care of these children. But again, we need to get people that are really interested in helping these children out.
So if you're interested in becoming a foster parent, what are the initial steps that you need to take in order to become a parent after you call the number and after you visit the website? What's the process like?
So what will happen is we will get in contact with you and we'll talk over the phone. We'll do what we call a pre-screening, and we'll just go over a couple of questions with you, find out a little bit more about you and your background. And then we will schedule a home visit, and then we'll go out to your location and we'll just go over the questions we went over the phone to see if you have any concerns. And then you'll pretty much give us a little tour of your house and we'll guide you as to what the state looks for during their inspection. So that way you pass the state inspection and you'll be able to proceed with the process.
And Ed, you are a foster parent, so you know firsthand this process.
I do.
Tell us about your experience. Why did you decide initially to get involved?
Well, let me comment first on the little clip that you showed at the beginning. You know, one of the big negatives for foster care is that all of the good foster parents you never hear about. The only ones that you ever hear about are the few that have a problem and they're on the news. So most of the foster homes are, you know, outstanding. They want to do a good job for the kids that are living with them, but you don't hear about those. So the process that we go through in getting licensed is we have to fill out an extensive application. We have to give a financial statement about, you know, our financial conditions, because they don't want you needing the money, the reimbursement you get from the state to live on, so that you can't need that money to support your own family. That's to help support the foster kids. So after you go through the application process, your fingerprints are run through the state DPS and the FBI, and you're cleared of any, you know, criminal activity. Then you go through the training, and the state's the one that actually licenses you.
Okay.
Not the licensing agency. There's 13 or 14 different licensing agencies in Tucson. They provide the training, the supervision, and they support the foster parents, but the state actually issues the foster care license.
Okay, well, this is a great place to stop, because right after the break, we're coming and we're going to follow up with this and learn more about fostering. But for anyone who may be interested in becoming a foster parent, please contact A Place to Call Home at 318-9906 or visit their website at tocallhome.com to begin our training and licensing classes. Again, that number is 318-9906 and tocallhome.com.
And still ahead on the Morning Blend, we'll tell you how your kiddo can be part of Tucson's 239th birthday.
Plus, more with A Place to Call Home right after this.
Now, come on. Woo, come on. All right. I know, 2 seconds. Hang on, just stand still. Stand still, love. 1 second. I know. Just I know. Okay, go, go, go. No. Boys, hang on, boys!
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.